What's up, YouTube family? I'm back at you like I'm mad at you. I had another quick one for you real quick, right? I'm trying to do a deuce at a time when I can. And this ain't the spot either. I ain't gonna capture these bugs. But check this out. I want y'all to know this, family. I want y'all to know what I mean when I say the difference between the world and life. When I say the world is corrupt, life is great, family. And y'all gotta be mindful of not mixing the two, because that's another thing, that's another lie that infects your life. You see what I'm saying? The world is corrupt. Life is great, family. And so when I say life, I want y'all to know not just life, but when I say everything is spiritual, I want y'all to know what I mean by everything is spiritual. Cause some of y'all think, you think you ain't got time for that spiritual stuff. You in it regardless if you chose to or not. Everything you doing on a regular basis mostly is spiritual. You can't get around it whether you chose to or not. You like, man, I'm finna go and listen to this, my rap music and smoke me a blunt. It don't make a difference. You still indulge in the spiritual activity, so it's good to mature spiritually and mentally so that you can know what you're doing unconsciously on a regular basis. Some of y'all out here thinking y'all ain't spiritual and y'all don't believe in religion, and the whole time religion is just a vehicle to carry on belief systems and practices and so forth. But everything is spiritual, family. Now, when I say everything, family, I'm not merely talking about like this hat on my head. But that could be spiritual too, but I'm not merely talking about that. I want you to understand when I say everything that has to do with life. That's why I spoke about life initially. Everything that deals with life is spiritual. So that means like the grass, right? Y'all see the grass growing, like that process of the grass coming out of the ground. That's spiritual, family. That process of a baby coming out of the mother's womb, even when it was planted in the womb and began to form in that womb, and especially when the arms started growing out and the fingers and the legs and the toes, that is spiritual, family. Anything that's connected to life is spiritual. But you have to know the difference between the world and life. Remember, the world is corrupt. Life is great. So even a matter of shaking hands in agreement, that is a very spiritual thing. When you're shaking hands and you come in agreement with things. You see somebody come to a business table or meeting, and after they shake hands, something sprouts from that deal. Something sprouts from the end of the meeting, and they shake hands and they come in agreement. That is spiritual. See, you don't have to go to church or believe in Islam or Buddhism and none of that to be spiritual. You're spiritual anyway, buddy. You hear me? So when they shake hands, what comes out of that? A deal, a project, right? A check, right? Most likely, right? Future endeavors come forth after the just agreement, a deal, a shaking of hands. When someone is stimulating you, right? Even if that's just by way of like sex, right? Or a conversation, right? Something that's transpiring back and forth between two people, even through dialogue. That's spiritual, right? Anything dealing with life. When life springs forth, like we talk about the deal, the check come after that, the business projects, anything that has to do with life coming from it, or life revolving around it, something coming to life, right? An idea, that's like two people coming together and putting together an idea and bringing that idea forth. That's spiritual, family. So meaning you got a business partner, y'all came together and said, we finna run this company, we're gonna do it like this, and then y'all go, that's spiritual. Started with an idea, right? And then it manifested in the physical. That is spiritual. I'm just giving you examples of all these different, everything is spiritual, family. And I just wanted to share that with you real quick, because people think that they ain't got nothing, they don't want nothing to do with spirituality, and I ain't a spiritual king. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You woke up, you can hear what I'm saying. I'm transferring my word across the screen to you. That's spiritual, buddy. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to be religious to be spiritual, but you spiritual, buddy. You see what I'm saying? And so I just think that's important, because especially a lot of young folk as well, think that I don't want nothing to do with that. You can't get around it. You can't get around it. You finna go out here and make some money, right? Don't you want to go out here and get some money? That's spiritual. Yes. right? You got vision, you got dreams for yourself, don't you? Right? You want to see them come to pass, don't you? That's spiritual. And so I want y'all to know anything that has to do with life, right? Like this tree coming out of this ground, like these bugs that won't leave me alone. That's spiritual, family. To the next video. Peace, positivity, optimism, power, life, and abundance. Water.